Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature like Starlight was, and I hope you're, being kind to yourself and others. Plus, if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome, and you can find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. Plus, you could give this video a thumbs up, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, don't forget to leave me a message down below, beep, beep, beep. And you could share my videos with your family, your friends. Let's see, a dragon and an elephant. Plus, not only you can do that, is don't forget the notification bell. That way you do not miss any videos. And you can also check out my playlist. And don't be afraid, don't be shy. Swing by and say hi to Starlight on her YouTube channel. And thank you, all of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel, who has given my videos a thumbs up, who leaves me a message down below, and those who share my videos. Thank you so much. And you can also find me on YouTube, and that is at Kathy. And you can find me on Instagram, and that is at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So anyway, today you're probably wondering, Starlight, you don't look very comfortable sitting there. And believe me, this is more uncomfortable than you think, because Starlight is that chick. I always have a red blanket with me when I go to a park, but I don't bring it in here. I don't like to sit on dirty stuff. I do sit on these chairs without a blanket, but when I go to a park, I always have a red blanket with me, or when I go hiking, it's my favorite red blanket. Starlight would love to get another one, but I always sit on it because somebody was sitting there before me. I don't know what, is there. I don't want to pick any of that up. So I always protect myself. So for Starlight, sitting on a carpet where people have walked back and forth bare, with their sneakers on, this is uncomfortable. And to be making a video with my legs crossed like I would for meditations, I don't do this all the time. Do meditations depending on how I feel or what I want to do or where I am. So I am doing this for a reason. This is not that Starlight wanted to do this. I'm like, okay, I am getting uncomfortable to make this video. So anyway, the reason I am making this video is, there are people that I see or talk to, and I learn all the time from different people. I might have made a video about you on my YouTube channel, and you might not even know it if I met you. And I make videos about myself. I put myself right out there. I don't mention people's names. I might make lots of videos saying, hey, I met this person, and sometimes I can learn great things about people. Then there's other times that I learn things that I had to learn when I was younger, or, things that they got to go through right now in their life, where we can learn lessons. We can learn lessons from everyone around us, everyone that I know, I can learn a lesson from, even the best of the best. And I say that is, there's sometimes we do look up to people and think, wow, but we can learn even from those people that, seem to have it all together. Is we can learn that, how do they, make it work, and are they perfect? No, but I can take all the positivity, things that I learned from them, and apply that to my life. And, so it is so important to, like in this video, is to get uncomfortable. And that is why I was doing yoga moves and all this stuff in here, and then Starlight does not like shoes on her feet. Wee. So I love having my feet all nice and bare feet. There's bare feet out here. And except for in the wintertime, I did do that in the wintertime, walk around barefoot when I was like 15 years old. So anyway, today is about people that they don't want to try things. They're like, like, I don't want to do that outside. People are going to see me, and I'll tell you where I am, even though I'm not in New York, and I have traveled from New York all the way to Miami, Florida, all the way, and then I went back up through Kansas, and then through Colorado, and now I'm here. And so Starlight has been in and out, in and out, in and out. I mean, like at many parts, all the way on the east side of the United States, all the way to the bottom to Miami. Starlight didn't stay long in Miami. Wow. Even just driving through to get to a park that I went to, when I got to the park, I was like, you call this a park? But I see a lot of places like that. I'm like, you call this a park? Or you call this a hiking trail? Okay. But anyway, is on my journey, starting from New York, and I'll tell you what, and you see this too, everywhere you go, you're gonna see people that stand out from everyone else. I am one of those people that stand out in public, and I haven't been doing this for a while. Well, I do this in this area because I like doing yoga outside. Now, some of you be like, I never did yoga. Some of you might be like, yeah, I've done yoga, but I've done it inside. And some of you might be like, I love doing yoga, but I want to do it outside. And, some of you might feel comfortable about doing some things outside and other things you want to do inside. Like Starlight loves basketball. I'm thinking about getting a basketball. It's just like, where am I going to stick this basketball in my car? I miss doing basketball. Starlight's a great basketball player. Want to play? And or I'm going to jump in and join people. I'm like, hey, I would love to play tennis with you. But if you got some extra rackets, I would meet you here, to do tennis. So all through this area, from New York all the way to Miami, Florida, back up through Kansas, through here, you know what I've seen? I've seen people that stand out, like I said. There are people, and I love when I see this, and when I do see this, I'm like, beep, beep, honk, honk. My heart is like, hey, peace, love. I'm like, woohoo, yes. And what I love is when I go out and somebody's out there dancing as they're going down the sidewalk somewhere, down the road somewhere. They got their headset on, and Starlight loves that. Starlight has done that many times. I am a person that will walk everywhere, like if the weather is the right temperature, because I'm going to move around a lot. I did this a lot in New York mainly, is Starlight dances and walks everywhere. I can dance everywhere I go and just flow like nothing. And Starlight will be twirling around and just keep going, and so Starlight definitely stands out like Tigger, bouncing all around out in public. The other thing that I love when I see out in public is when there's people that are singing outside, or even I see this, I've been seeing this recently, and I'm like, yes, 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 yes. I love it. I love when people get out of themselves. They're out there, and I had to break that fear about singing out in public. And I think in this library here, or another library that I go to, I want to go there on a Wednesday, but the only problem is, like, I wish I could sign up and say, this is my time slot, because I don't want to stay there and, stay somewhere like 3 hours of doing karaoke, to sing in front of a bunch of people. I want to go there, do my part, and then go back out and do what I need to do, that I have to do every day. So, but getting out of your comfort zone, I did that a while back in Colorado, where I got to sing Michael Jackson. Was I perfect? Absolutely not. I always did better when, and it was the wrong background music, you know, with Michael Jackson. It was my first time ever singing Michael Jackson without hearing Michael Jackson sing. So I was a first timer, but you know what? And the first thing in the beginning, I goofed up. And then at the end, I goofed up because the ending was, it didn't end like the way I always did when I used YouTube, you know, for Michael Jackson lyrics. The ending was totally off, so it at the end. But you know what? I didn't even care. And people cheered me on, and they, you know, they made me feel really good. They said I did really good. So getting out of your comfort zone is so important if you want change to happen in your world, in your life. You know, so if you, just like I made the video yesterday about, now see, I'm getting uncomfortable because my back, but like yesterday I made a video about are you stubborn? And I found out, like, yeah, I guess Starlight can be stubborn at times, you know, like trying to, you know, there's times that, you know, we're supposed to keep trying without stopping, but then there's a time that, you know what, we gotta stop working on that because we're getting the same results and nothing has happened. Then, you know, but other times that we, like my YouTube channel, I can't just stop right now and give up. There's so much more, you know, that I can do on my YouTube channel. So I'm not giving up. Most people already would have gave up on a YouTube channel, like, you know, gone, bye, you know, there they went. So, and that is why I'm sitting here, is to get uncomfortable, to do something that feels uncomfortable. And this is, you know, by breaking free from what we're used to, you know, will help us, it will set us free and open up doors, you know, of things to come in our life because we're letting go of what is so familiar, you know, even relationships, you know, or the same kind of jobs, just doing the same kind. How are you going to grow if you always keep on doing the same? Well, yeah, you're going to be really good at that, but what about everything outside of that? You know, there's so many other things that you can learn. And, you know, like I know somebody right now, they started working for a company, and, you know, they started off at the bottom, and now they're just, you know, learning everything about it. And who knows what's going to come out of that later on in their life. They got to travel all the time, go on a plane all the time, you know, all this stuff. It's a lot, you know. So so it is so important to get out of your comfort zone. And Starlight was really bad years ago, where I spent a lot of alone time with myself. I wasn't dating anybody. I wasn't ready to date anybody in those years. Absolutely not. Starlight is like, no, you know what? I am definitely not ready to date. I wasn't ready. And so I spent a lot of alone time, but what happened is that I didn't go anywhere. You know, the only time I would go anywhere was I had a friend in those years, and he helped me to go around everywhere, you know. So I felt comfortable with him going around everywhere, where I was like, wow, he does this all the time. He's always like traveling all over doing this. Nothing ever stopped him. He just went, you know, he was going to do this. He wasn't going to let anybody stop him. I'm like, man, I would like to be like that, where, you know, just because I'm single, and this is what happens to a lot of single people. Now Starlight is going to cross her legs here, because Starlight only can sit like Indian style for like about a half hour, but anyway, I'm getting uncomfortable. So now I gotta figure out what I was just saying. So yeah, it's good to try different things. And like before, a long time ago, I really wasn't getting out doing anything, and you know, I wanted to do stuff, but, you know, I didn't think I could do it by myself. And that's where I was when I left off, is that a lot of people that are single, they just stop living. They want to go out to eat dinner like Starlight does. Starlight's like, you know, I want to go out to dinner. And so I'm gonna go out to dinner I'm gonna bring somebody with me. And it's gonna be my invisible friend. Just like I did on Mother's Day when my daughter paid for my meal. is I'm gonna have an invisible friend with me, and I'm gonna make a video, and I'm gonna put that back on TikTok again, you know, because I'm gonna inspire people. And I think that video, for a short video, is the most views I've gotten, because I'm eating dinner at a restaurant with my friend, which nobody was there, but yeah, he was there. It would have to be a he. So, you know, and I had people looking at me, and I was like, I don't care, you know, get out of your comfort zone, really. Like, I do yoga out in public, doing some weird, funky poses, you know, cradle the baby or something like that. That's a very uncomfortable yoga pose. Cradle the baby, I think that's what it's called. Wow, I mean, that is probably the strangest pose you could do in yoga. There's a lot of other ones, but I'm saying, like, the way that one is, you know, like your legs are like spread apart, you know, and you're out there. And I like, you know, and then you hang on your feet and you can rock back and forth, cradle the baby, you know, and it's like, if somebody just happened to walk by and see that, you know, be like, what the blank is this chick out here doing? So you know what? That is getting out of your comfort zone. Driving in areas like Starlight, now it doesn't matter where I go, I can drive anywhere I want to go. The other thing that I need to do later on is to fly in a plane by myself. Yeah, just get in the plane, go somewhere. I don't know, where's Starlight gonna go? I don't know, maybe to the UK? I don't know where Starlight's gonna, I'm just throwing that out there, but I don't know. Starlight has some places she wants to travel in her life, you know, just, but I want to make sure I'm getting back, you know, like to where my car is. So anyway, is getting out of your comfort zone is going to help you to grow, because just like with a child, we got to kind of coax them into doing things that they feel uncomfortable with. You know, was it comfortable, like for those of you that have a car and that you drive your car? Was it comfortable? No. How about when you were learning how to ride a bike when you were little? Was it comfortable? No. You know, so, and I am very uncomfortable because my spine is not straight, so we're just going to do this anyway. So we do a lot of things uncomfortable. Going to school, that was absolutely uncomfortable for Starlight. There's something Starlight thought that should be illegal. Like, Starlight never liked going into the women's locker to take a shower in front of other women, other girls, you know. It's like, Starlight did not like that one bit at all. And but that is who I was when I was little. Starlight had all kinds of tricks to avoid going in that shower with her clothes off, you know. And then, you know, I was embarrassed. I didn't want to look at other girls naked in the shower, you know. So that was very uncomfortable. But I had to do those things. You had to clean up before you went into the swimming pool. So there's a lot of things that we do that is uncomfortable, like go get a job and you got to go through training. Starlight had to do that when she got a job for working with disabled people. If I never went through the training, and yeah, there was a lot of embarrassing things that I had to do to get that job. You know, we had to breathe in a mannequin's mouth, you know, do mouth-to-mouth resuscitation and learn how to plug the nose and how to blow in that dummy's mouth or that mannequin's mouth and see the stomach pop up, you know, like as you're breathing air into the stomach, you know, and to, you know, that was really embarrassing, but I had to get out of my comfort zone to be able to get that job. So by getting out of your comfort zone, that is when you're breaking through things that are holding you back, you know. So is it comfortable to talk to a guy or girl out in public? Now, some of you might think, yeah, that is very comfortable. Well, that means that you had to be uncomfortable at one point to get where now you're comfortable. So that is a part of growing. Like even when you started high school, Starlight didn't start high school, but you know, when you started that, you know, was it comfortable going into another grade every year, you know, or a different class, learning how to do different things like shop or Starlight loved shop, you know, there was no doubt. That was one of my favorite classes. You know, it felt uncomfortable to go in the gym. It felt uncomfortable, you know, to go to swimming, to, you know, see everybody in their bikinis or swimsuits. In those days, they were wearing swimsuits, you know. Going for a new job. We gotta be uncomfortable. This is how we're gonna get to where we wanna go, you know, so get out of your comfort zone, because that is how things are gonna open up to you, is by saying, you know what, I'm a little too comfortable. It's like Starlight was really like this long time ago, is I had a habit of when I watched TV, of course I didn't last very long, is sitting on my couch at first, and then before you know it, I'm laying down, getting really comfortable. And when you're comfortable, it's hard to get out of those, you know, always staying in the house in the winter time. And then now you got to go to the store. You're too comfortable that you don't even want to go out in the cold to go to the store. You're so comfortable because it's so warm in the house that you don't want to, you got to get out of your comfort zone. You know, I used to go to church on days like that, and it's snowing. I had to bring my 2 kids, and it was pouring, you know, snowing out. Drag my 2 kids like a mile, you know, just to go to church and then go back home. I didn't want to go out there. I knew what it was going to be like bringing my 2 kids along. Of course, sometimes they didn't mind with the snow falling and stuff like that and walking through it, you know, so it's not comfortable. That's why it's so important to get out of your comfort zone, like even living in the same location. How long have you lived where you live? Starlight, you know, my parents, my family, all of them, every single person that knows me are so blown away that I'm no longer in New York. And it wasn't like my old friend that I had a long time ago that got me here like I thought it was. You know, I thought that's what was going to be my future a long time ago, was I wasn't going to do this on my own. But here I am. I got out of my comfort zone in New York, and I didn't rely on a man to do it. I did this with the help of somebody pushing me, you know, to take this risk like I did, to travel my first time ever through United States from one end to the opposite end, you know. So get out of your comfort zone, you know. By staying in your comfort zone, that's when you're going to shrink. That's when you're not going to grow, you know. You've got to, in order to grow as a human being, and to, you'll be so much happier. You'll be like, wow, you know, look at all the things I can do now because I got out of that shell, you know. And I'm no longer there anymore. Now you can't, you know, like I am a very active person. I'm not that person that can stay home. Absolutely not. I am always got to be outside. Now wintertime is a little different, but I like being active. So it's good to be moving and trying new things, eat new, you know, eat things that you don't want to eat. Starlight's not going to eat meat or all these different other foods, you know. So Starlight's really working on a plant-based diet. And, you know, I knew some people like split pea soup just because it's green and mushy. I don't want to try that. Now my son was like that. That looks like slime. It looks like green slime from the TV show. I forgot what it was called. I don't want to eat that. And you know what they found out? They got out of the comfort zone and ate it. And they're like, you know what? That's pretty good stuff. So you'd be surprised what getting out of your comfort zone really can do. So anyway, I love you. And you can give this video a thumbs up. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, you can leave a message down below. Beep, beep, beep. And you can also share my videos with your family, your friends. I'm trying to think of some dreams that I've had. Let me see. A lizard, and also a raccoon. And also, don't forget the notification bell. Plus, you can also follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K, Ding with Starlight. I love you all. This is Starlight. Namaste. This is Starlight. Love, light, and peace.